What's the over and unders? Oh. I'm here, I'm just programming stuff. Yo. I was in the middle of programming, accidentally went live, so now you guys get to hang out with me while I finish programming. Here, I'll do a different song. Hold on, we'll do a different song. I was going to make a new song for them to stop blowing up the boats, but I didn't get around to it. We'll just go do this one.
Do you think you can hunt us? How cute. Cut the snow. We run as the pack, where the brave never go. You come with your ego, your guns and your lies, but the wild sees through you. Tonight someone dies. Eyes glowing brighter, we circle your fate. One stupid move and it's already too late. Don't mess with the walls. Havoc is coming, ripping through your soul. Claws of the savage, jaws breaking control. Hell through the sky, the wild takes it all.
Right there, that's going to be my new resort. It's going to be beautiful, best resort ever. Hey, NWO. Oh, it's something I made in the robot. Thank you. Well, hello, everybody. How's it going? Hope you like that song. I wrote it on a whim while I was sitting here. So a bunch of news has happened. I guess there's a protest in Maine. I don't know if Tio's going to be in there to help me or not. I'm not really banking on it. You have the next 2 days off? Well, that's excellent. I can't get days off. There's too much stuff going on. I mean, I use X. I'm technically on X, Twitch, and YouTube. I'm waiting to see if Twitch bans me. I'm honestly surprised they have not yet. That is shocking to me, to be honest. And we're just gonna count our blessings there that didn't happen. So what is going on with the news today? Oh, well, if you follow me on X, you know I've been shit posting all day about stuff that's going on. Some good, mostly bad. Some good. Bahrain was getting hit, explosions happening over there, interceptions. But one of the things, the UAE announced that Iran carried out an anti-ship cruise missile attack on 2 of its commercial vessels in the Strait of Hormuz, hitting the tanker, the Mombasa el-Balahi. The Mombasa and al-Bahi. So those are the ones from the United Emirates. And then there's 2 more they hit that were from India. So we're not the only ones bombing them now. Saudi Arabia just started bombing them too. Everybody's bombing them now in the area. Saudi Arabia, us, everybody, right? Everybody. So we're all just kind of taking turns stomping their shit in currently. And that's all well and groovy. But so 4 ships total. Iranian anti-ship cruise missiles are being launched towards commercial vessels off the coast of Abdul Dahabdi. My picnic basket. Footage shows a fire also burning on Kish Island and Vahid. Sirens are sounding off all over the place over there while more stuff is getting blown up and hit. It's not very, it's not a very great place to be right now. Lost Lady Lindsay? Yeah, people are talking about Lindsey Graham, and some people think that he might have been killed. I guess there is reports, but the FBI is currently in his house, not because they think he was killed, but because they're doing a full investigation because a sitting member of Congress died, and it's, it's just something you got to do, right? Like you're going to go through and you're going to make sure there's no documents left behind, make sure nobody actually did kill him, right? And make sure everything's like up to snuff and everything's all right. That's not unusual. I know there's a lot of people out there who are trying to claim, oh, well, he was killed, so that's why everyone's over there. They're investigating what's going on because he was over there in the I cannot possibly be live right now. Sorry, I'm going through feeds while I'm talking to everybody, but he was over there so they could have killed him, though, as I stated before, if they were going to kill him, they were going to kill Lindsey Graham, right? They're going to kill him. First, you got to see that if they can make that accident that happened to him or that reason for death, make it look like they can actually do it. It's number one. And again, people are going to be looking into it and seeing like, yeah, this is totally like able to happen if you do this medication, then your heart explodes and you shit your pants and you die. So they're not really sure. On top of it, they also are realizing that people like, good old McCormick, people are pretty sure he's dead, and they're just sending out altered images. That is the also thing going on right now. So is he dead? I have no idea. I don't think anyone's going to know until they're like, oh yeah, he died. He died during having butt sex? He's a very old man to be having butt sex, I would say. I don't think that would be, I don't think that'd be normal for him at his age. Just saying. But who knows? I don't judge. Yeah. McConnell. What did I say? McCormick? Wrong one. McConnell. Sorry, as I said, I'm looking for stuff and trying to talk at the same time. It's, and looking at 3 different screens does not work very well. All right, I gotta go on Twitch. I'll see you over on Twitch. But yeah, McConnell, not McCormick. Wrong guy. I mean, Mitch is, again, I'm thinking that people are speculating he's dead. Yeah, and that's the other thing. People are saying, like, if he is still alive, the lights might be on, but there's nobody home, right? Like, there's a good chance he's long gone. Well, it's the way he died, right? It's an arterial bleed is what happened. So, a lot of people are saying that did look fake. It wasn't just you saying that. A lot of people are saying that. That they think, yeah, it's fake and he's been dead this whole time. So again, I'm not saying he's alive. I'm not saying he's dead. I'm saying I have no idea if he is alive or not. Either way, I could believe it either way. Told people today, I'm just like, I'm in a I don't give a shit mood. I really am. In a very nonchalant mood today. What the hell was I going to look up? I don't really want I want Unsent Collective. So and not Ukraine. I don't want Ukraine's. I want Iran's. So multiple explosions hit. They started talking about what's going on. I guess Trump has a thing, press conference that should be starting any minute now. Hey, thank you very much for the new follow over there on the Twitch. Appreciate you. Well, hello. Hello over there. Trump signs executive order. That was 3 hours ago. Trump's also been signing a shitload of stuff all day today. Almost putting us on a war footing is what it kind of looks like, in my opinion. I mean, maybe 10 times he's had enough. Maybe after the 10th time now, he's like, oh yeah, they're not going to do what I want. It's like, no, they are not. They are very much not going to do what you want. They're going to do the exact opposite of what you want. I saw several videos where they said Mitch was brain dead. His wife ran off to China. He's old, but this seems suspicious. Sure. Maybe. Why not? Wouldn't surprise me. Mitch is dead? Oh, big surprise. Again, doesn't surprise me. I mean, Mitch and Lindsay, I think. Hey, thanks for the new subscribe over there. I think that they have overstayed their welcome. And it's another reason why I feel term limits are very important. Is this live right now? This is Times New York. I don't know if that is live currently. It's kind of the other shitty part is when looking through all this stuff. There's a lot of stuff that's old. A lot of stuff we got to go through. There you go. That's right. We have a Twitch Prime sub. You can go over to Twitch and throw me that. Doesn't cost you anything more. Very much appreciate y'all. All right, let's go look for some explosions. More ballistic missiles have been launched again from Iran and are now coming into contact. Ballistic missile launch from Tabriz, Iran. So it's another missile launch coming from Iran, going through the sky. So if he's brain dead and his corpse is still able to be somewhat put up, and maybe they can rip his skin off for the most part and put animatronics in there and then tote him around for whatever they need for the, till his body starts decaying. That's a way of doing it. Also, Russia is getting pretty goddamn silly. Apparently, they shot 30-millimeter cannon fire into a Russian neighborhood by accident today. Oops. The one down there is not Iran next to me. That's Russia. That's Russia shooting at their own people by accident. Oopsie poopsie. Hey, they've a new subscribe over there, Jackie. We would never. We would never do anything that crazy, right? Never, ever, ever. Who would have thunk we would ever do such a thing? At least a dozen U.S. military aircraft were tracked flying near the UAE coast over the Persian Gulf, the Gulf of Oman, and Saudi Arabia nearly Tuesday at CENTCOM, Tuesday their time, Monday our time. CENTCOM announced a third consecutive night of strikes. According to people that are talking right now with Trump, Trump is bolstering, saying that he is quite upset, and that because now even more ships are getting hit, he feels like they're testing his resolve, and he feels like he has to do something now, right? People asked him, is this America's new norm, right? Is the new norm we're going to be stuck into another war? In Soviet Russia, enemy is where barrel is pointed. Sometime it be enemy, like Ukraine. Sometime it be townspeople. All depends on mood. Growing fears are mounting that Lindsey Graham's passing could cost Ukraine support from the U.S. and Congress. I don't know about that, especially since we just allowed them to start making Patriot missiles, probably other missile systems. We're going to probably use Ukraine as a close proxy now and have them make weapons for us. That's going to be my guess. That way Ukraine's doing something and we're doing something, and they're helping each other out while the war gets worse for everybody. U.S. President Donald Trump gave the Saudi, I almost said sodomy. Saudi. He's really in the butt stuff. Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salim his support for highly unusual military action against Iran-backed Houthis in Yemen. So Saudi Arabia went and killed a bunch of Houthis also today. We're also getting a lot more filming coming out of places in Iran that are currently on fire and getting destroyed. We need some background music. Unless you guys don't mind this dead air here, then it's like AM radio, I guess. If you guys don't mind it, you don't need background music. I won't put on background music. Just silence every once in a while. Mohammed Bum, you say? Yes, Mohammed and the Bums. Light her whole head on fire. Like House Democrats saying they're taking the country backwards, or at least they're assuming. taking the country backward is what they're alluding to. So people asked, Trump, is this America's new norm? Are we going to be in these wars and yada, yada, yada? So Trump said we were in Vietnam for 19 years and we've only been here for 4 months. And we learned a lot from Vietnam, right? And there's also Afghanistan and Iraq, many other places that come up when talking about different areas of war, right? But to be honest, this is not that bad. All we're doing is we're just doing sorties and just blowing shit up. It's not the worst thing we could do, right? I mean, you can go to Maine. I mean, a lot of those guys are probably there to try to get some tail. So, I mean, you can, if you really want. Yes, I did see the senior citizen tossed up by the buffalo, which, again, if you've ever been near big animals, they're big animals. We're invading their territory. Like, when you go out in the woods, you're in their space. And sometimes they don't want you there for whatever reason. I think he lived, though, right? I don't think he died. He was at a campsite. Yeah. Obama bombed the living shit out of Libya. He actually bombed a lot of people, a lot of families. People don't really like to talk about that, right? Oh, no, but Trump's the war criminal. Does everything more or less by the book because he has to. Other side, though, nope. They go kill a whole group of families. No one says shit. All right, a little double standard there. Donald Trump is supposed to address the nation on Thursday, slated to address newly declassified intelligence reports of the White House, asserts reveal plans by foreign nations to interfere with the 2020 election. I think that is 100% true. I think they've been doing it with all of them. My name's Snake. Yeah, I remember seeing Escape from New York and then Escape from LA. And then there was the other one, which was like Escape from Chicago or something. I don't remember. I remember that they were all very turn off your brainy and watch stuff get destroyed. Now I'm looking for the one where they hit the India ships because I know they hit India and they hit the UAE. So it's interesting to see that now Iran is attacking literally everybody else and stopping shipping, that maybe these other people might get off their ass and be like, hey, we should do something here. Was he going to get Cronenberged? Was that what's going to happen? You know, I don't know, but now that you point that out, I like to make sure that my cheeks are free for anybody. Escape from Chicago was a documentary. Escape from, well, that was the other thing. In the United States was supposed to be this huge shithole, right? All these people were, giant prisons. You'd think those prisons would get a little filled, but all right. IRGC patrol boats engulfed in flames after U.S. strikes on the Kish Island. Videos obtained by Iran's international report show IGF high-speed Gulf-class patrol boats burning. Oh, no. How are they going to go fishing now? Well, their fishing boats are burning. You think that they're mad? And of course, Iran is coming out and saying that they killed that they're like anybody that dies in office now, they're like, oh, that was us. That was us. We did that. What do you, some guy dies on the toilet eating a ham sandwich like, what's his name? Elvis. They're going to be like, that was us. We killed him with the sandwich. Oh, yeah, that over there, you sneezed and, hurt your back. That was us. Shia LaBeouf has been back in the news, apparently, as he is just some crazy man now wandering around Los Angeles, screaming at people who are filming him, saying he wants them to stop filming him, and people are telling him to pretty much go F himself because he's in public. If I was in LA, I would film Shia LaBeouf. In fact, maybe I'd even follow him around with the camera for a while. The Alice Hayes ham sandwich. You eat the sacred pork, you die, right? Well, apparently he's trying to like repent now, and people are wondering like, what the hell did you do? Like, what did you do? You have to repent so much. What's going on, Larry? Oh, the "we shall not divide this" flag thing he did? Yeah, then he crashed out pretty hard after that. I love hearing all the debris come falling back down after the explosion. I heard he's got very abusive with women in the past, yeah. Very fighty with women, I hear. There's also a report that he tried to buck up to some guy that was like twice his size, and the guy beat the shit out of him. And then he was embarrassed and went into hiding for a while. And the whole 9 yards. So I don't know. Most celebrities I just think are pieces of shit, to be honest. I think a majority of them are just fake people who are being pulled around by their dong and being told what to say and how to act, right? That's why whenever somebody's like, oh, this musician, oh, this actor, I'm like, I don't care. Like, the only time I care is when I do something stupid and I can laugh at it and be like, oh, yeah. Big surprise. I don't know what DCS is. But that's good. Cool. You can go and do a flight run on it. Again, multiple places. Oh, that's what I was looking for. It's good to put a link on so I can get the news. Going back to YouTube. Yeah, there's not a lot happening over there on Twitch. I gotta rebuild my entire I gotta go rebuild my entire Twitch back end over there. Haven't done it yet. Need to eventually. Wave of nationalist fervor for Iran is creating a difficult atmosphere for the country's diplomats, making it hard and throbbing. Making it harder to agree to U.S. terms to permanently end the fighting and secure much-needed relief in the sanctions. That was the Washington Journal. The Wall Street Journal. What the Wall Street Journal's not mentioning, right, is that some of the stuff we gave them was pretty straightforward. Stop bombing people, stop attacking people in the strait, and go on with your day. No more nukes, right? A little slap on the penis there, right? No more, go on with your day. The Wall Street Journal, though, is not mentioning that. They're saying it's people inside that are stopping it from happening. The people that stop it from happening are IRGC, which the IRGC, I know if anybody saw the news, the IRGC has been labeled a terrorist organization in the United Kingdom. So, literally, one of the branches of Iran has now been labeled a terrorist organization. Surprise, surprise. Now, does that mean the UK is actually going to get off their ass and help us? Doubt it. But at least that's something. That's something. China Daily. If you see anyone named China Daily, or you see, where the hell's the other one that's full of shit? Politics, those two. If you ever see those anywhere, usually they're full of shit. Because it says the U.S. Fifth Fleet in Bahrain was attacked by Iranian missiles, according to Iranian media. Okay, so if it's according to Iranian media, why are you going to believe them, right? They've been saber rattling, not doing the goddamn thing. Surprise, surprise. The U.S. has reinstated the blockade on Iran as the press. Trump vows to impose a 20% fee across Straits of Hormuz, says the U.S. and the guardians of the strait. So here's my other thing I say. I don't think we should be protecting everybody, right? Like, I don't think we should be given a shit unless it's our ships. If you want to fly somebody else's flag, have them protect you. Have them go with you up and down the coast. Make sure you don't get attacked. That's not going to happen. So yeah, I think we should charge them. Be like, yeah, we're going to charge you money to escort your ships. It's going to be literally a drop in the bucket compared to what you're going to be paying if you lost that, right? Not a huge deal. Not a bad deal either. But if you want to fly a flag under somebody else, we're going to charge you more. You fly our flag, you pay our taxes. We'll escort you, right? We'll let you back and forth. We'll make sure you're okay. Give us that protection money. We'll break your legs. Iran's Revolutionary Guard reportedly struck and disabled two offending super tankers in the Strait of Hormuz. Iranian media reported those two tankers were owned by India, flying India flags. So 2 UAE ships, 2 India ships is what they were saying. So now India's ships are getting bombed. I don't see India out there protecting them. I see UAE ships getting hit. UAE's letting us use their bases. All right, good enough. UAE defense minister says Iran attacked 2 of its tankers in the strait, killing 1 person and wounding 8 others. Bahrain sounds missiles again. That was going on 22 minutes ago. So missiles are coming in into Iran, around the areas of Iran. Oh, I don't want to hear those people. So what do we do, right? What do we do? We just got to sit back and wait, I guess. I think we should be hitting them around the clock. I think we should just keep blowing shit up and not let them sleep. Every day, all day. Right? You just keep on hitting them. Do what Russia was doing to Ukraine, right? For like days in and days out. And that was pretty morale crushing until, a bunch of PMCs came in there and helped them knock that shit off. Marksman was saying it was a stony apocalypse. A stony apocalypse that was there. Just everything was destroyed. And they would shell 24 hours a day. Maybe we should take a page out of that book and just bomb the living shit out of them until their people are like, look, I can't sleep. I'm up all the time. I want this done. I'm done. I'm done with it. Give them what they want. I want to sleep. I want to get some rest. Day in and day out, I hear bombs drop. One of our viewers, Venomous' wife, is having surgery. If you guys want to help them out, I'll drop the link. There you go. Thyroid cancer. Surgery for thyroid cancer. If you guys want to help out one of our viewers, there's the GoFundMe link I just dropped. No sleep till everything's broken. A wave of national fervor in Iran. So I think the Iranian people are also starting to realize that they are on the losing end of a stick with dog dew on it and getting slapped with it. Right? You want to arm up? That's a good idea. Go to trapperoutdoors.com if you haven't already been armed up and go get a bunch of ammo and firearms that you need. Maybe you want to get something that's custom made for you or a loved one. Maybe you want some engraving. Maybe you want some Cerakoting. Go to trapperoutdoors.com if you haven't already done it. One of my mods or anybody in chat can do !trappers. Put it in there. You could even get get your dog laser engraved onto your rifle. Get a big boob anime girl on there if that's what you're into, on some mags. Whatever. Go to trapperoutdoors.com today and go get well armed and get your 1,000 rounds of ammo. Thousands upon thousands. If you don't have 10,000 rounds, you're doing it wrong. UAE's foreign minister stresses that they need to halt Iran's aggressive attacks and reopen the Strait of Hormuz full and unconditionally. Yeah, I agree. I totally agree. $100%. Make sure you use code WOLF when you go there and email them and tell them, like, hey, Wolf sent me in. He told me to bug you about getting my laser engraved big booby anime girl on the gun. I know I'm going to get a text from him and ask me, like, what the hell are you doing? He really likes doing guns up in bright pinks and oranges or purples. I just texted him that too. We'll see if he comes in here and yells at me. I need to start saying when I'm about to think or do sentences. Indubitably. On another note. There we go. That will sound better. How do you think that place number 1 smells? Candles might make it smell nice. Oh, I thought she was going to put her hand right into that candle. You're a few short of 10K? Well, Randy, now's the time. Now's the time, buddy. Especially since you get a discount when you drop my name. So we have protesters out there because of somebody else got shot again. They showed the footage of what happened where the guy, I think it was a guy. What the hell? I don't care about that. Some guy tried to run over the agents again, and they proceeded to shoot him and kill him. And people are like, oh my God, how could you do that? Oh no, it's the thing again. That's already happened repeatedly. Holy moly guacamole. How is that happening? And then, of course, then people respond the same way they've been responding, which is, don't try to run people over and you won't get shot in the face. I know that is a hard concept for some, but the ICE agents have a job to do. And if you don't want to be involved in it, you don't have to be. And then the other thing is you could just go on your merry way and have to worry about a goddamn thing. But instead, you don't choose to do that. Instead, you choose to be a giant flapping anus. Right? A giant flapping anus and screwing shit up. Now, I don't know if it was illegal. I don't know if it was someone else that was there. I think it was illegal. You know, it's very easy. You don't belong in this country. You go to any other country and you go there illegally, they will arrest you. They will prosecute you. They might just shoot you for crossing the border. Looking at you, North Korea. Or Afghanistan or anywhere else. You cross the border and they don't know about it. I'd just be happy if they just shoot you. They'll do horrible things. Well, I think the British people are starting to realize that without us, they have no military. They have no one defending them, and the enemy is literally knocking on the door. U.S. Central Command tells CNN that tonight's wave of airstrikes is targeting Iranians' military assets, including coastal surveillance systems and drone and missile capabilities. I got to stop doing that. I need to stop doing that thing. I got to break myself of the habit. Like doing terrible debating. Those guys are like acting like fish trying to gasp for air. Yeah, that's the other thing, mostly harmless. That could happen. Is those people using you as a human fleshlight while you're out there. Gentlemen, I got the head of the Special Operations Communications Unit in Iran's Kazakhstan province, who threatened to make Middle East a graveyard for U.S. soldiers yesterday, has been killed. He was at the Alvez airport after American missiles hit the strategic airfield. Let's go hear that. Let's go hear that airfield get lit up. You think they were expecting that? You think he was expecting that? I'm going to make America better. I guess you're not going to do a goddamn thing, are you? Peckerhead. So they're killing more of the leaders. Again, I don't know how many of these leaders are actually still left alive. I think a majority of them are going to be dead very soon, if not already. Israel was talking about using one of them to allegedly post up as a new leader. I keep doing it. God damn it. Post up as a new leader. But now he's dead. Thank you for the subscribe. Appreciate you. Was that insensitive of me? That insensitive of me to put that on. And also, I don't know if you noticed, we're bombing them during morning prayer. That's another thing currently happening. The bombings will continue until morale improves. I could put that audio on. It's terrible. This is one of the ships that got hit. Again, they're aiming right for the engine room and where all the crew's at. So they're trying to kill people on those cargo vessels. I guess it's nothing to do with military units. These are just people transporting goods getting killed. Civilians. A little break from the explosions. Some people were out there complaining that some doctor is infected with Ebola who came from the United States. My thing is, don't go to a place that has Ebola. I understand there's doctors out there trying to do a great thing, trying to protect these people and save them. But I don't know if there is any saving people over there. I think it is a terrible country to be in. I think the place where you have terrible sanitary conditions, no good. So missiles have been hitting oil facilities, underground missile facilities. One of the things people are talking about is, I guess, they're debating that Trump said he was going to nuke Iran recently, or said he did, and there's no signs that there's been a nuke. So, for people that don't know, stuff with nukes are very easy to see where they hit, because not only do they make a big explosion, right, a huge explosion, they also let off a crap ton of radiation that not just us would detect, but satellites from other countries would detect, going like, what the hell was that? And it would be the biggest news story of the day. I think it would be a big news story, even in the United States. I think people would be up in arms about it. Well, right. I don't think Trump wants to go and glass the entire country and kill everybody over there. I don't think that's appropriate, what's going to happen. He himself does not want that to happen. He'd rather take out all the strategic areas and slowly destroy the country and hope the people will rise up, which they might not ever. Or somebody worse might get in charge, right? I digress. Oil climbs a 1-month high as U.S. and Iran escalate actions in the Strait. So as this happens, this is making a huge impact globally, right? For a minute there, I didn't know what the hell body part of that person we were looking at. I thought that was a knee for a second. I'm reading right now through the current stuff in Iran. I had to close Chrome. Every once in a while, he becomes a pig and just starts eating up RAM for some reason. Well, I know why. It's because of one of the programs I'm using, and Streamlabs, who is a pig. Well, those anti-ICE folks that show up are definitely part of a group. At this point, it's really hard to hide when they keep finding the guys that are dumping money into it. But no, they're all a group. This is their social time. The one where he keeps looking at her butt, that cameraman, I think that's the reason. I think it has nothing to do with the flag. I think he just keeps looking at her ass. So the hard part in Iran is rising up because, again, you had 30,000 get rounded up in the street and shot. So they're a little bit gun shy, if you will, to go out there and do anything. Also, this is a very poor planned vigil. Why don't all the candles match? Tell me there's nowhere you could go to a bunch of candles? He's looking for a penis now, Overwatch. He's seeing if there's a dong there or not. Oh, Dr. says renewed U.S. strikes on Bashir, southern Iran currently. So we're now blowing up more of Iran as we speak. Some interesting music they're playing in Iran right now on number 2. I want a big mech I can get in and go into war. And then I'm going to start blasting girls just want to have fun as I'm just like blowing shit away. I feel like that would really cure my depression. Iran did. Iran shot their boats. They shot UAE and their boats. Dr. Bashir, no. Get off a cure. See, I'm trying to do better with the thing. Now I feel like, I don't know, like part of me, like I'm standing on the abyss and I'm about to fall off because I don't have an ending to think with for noise. Big idiots. Big idiots to shoot and attack people who are not even involved. Because the IRGC just doesn't give a shit, and that's why they're now labeled a terrorist organization, right? Top left DSA, it's anti-ICE in Maine. That's all I know about it. They don't have the funds for virtual signaling budget anymore. Very possible. I'll just rewrite the song, The Wolfie Just Wants to Have Fun, as I'm just blowing up buildings. If the military came to you and said that they would like you to operate a drone, and they're going to pay you $50,000 a year, but you have to do stuff indiscriminately and not talk about it, would you do it? I'd do it. They'd be like, you just need a VR headset and some flight controls. I'd be like, I have it all, let's go. Hey, Julius. According to Trump, the strait is now open and will remain open, with or without Iran. He says they are reinstating the Iranian blockade, so named it because they're only stopping Iran and customers from entering and leaving. All other countries will have their fair open use of the strait, and the U.S. will be, from that point forward, known as the guardians of the strait. But as such, as a matter of fairness, will be reimbursed at the rate of 20% on all cargo shipped for any and all costs necessary to do the job of providing safety and security in this very hostile section of the world. The process and formation will begin immediately. Thank you for your attention in this matter. That was President Trump. Again, there's a lot of people in Iran who are just regular people trying to go on with their day. I know people who are from Iran who escaped here back in the 80s. Who remember the bombs dropping. So not very unusual for a group of the people who are there to not want to be a part of it. Yes, Oro. We should have never lifted the blockade. We should have kept it till it was done. Something a little bit funnier, a little bit happier-ish. And say, look at it. So Darkside Phil is now having people sending super chats saying they hope he gets recovery on his AIDS. So, a little something funny on the internet. Gavin Newsom, as we talked about the other day, is now doing a $12 million diaper deal, baby to baby, facing scrutiny by the ethics watchdog, trying to get diapers apparently for people that are paid for by the state, which there's already a group doing that, and no one knows why. This is in here, and so the ethics committee is looking at he's stealing money, which Newsom stealing money is water being wet, right? It's kind of just a thing these days. Again, as of 12 seconds ago, people are already reporting what I reported on earlier. U.S. forces launching a new wave of strikes on Iran in the Middle East. Conflict escalates. Going to be like, the hell is that guy's name? Max Headroom start tweaking out. You know, I have not had time to go fishing this year. I have all my gear. I have a brand new ugly stick. I want to get a camper shell in the back of the truck just so I can reverse it next to the river and just cast out from there and just chill. Spank, were you the trans guy he hired? What trans guy did he hire? I didn't hear about that. Nor do I really care, but... Was that the guy that was supposed to, you know, hold him in the shower? Trump has announced about 32 times that he won the war, and people are upset that he keeps saying that. He is winning the war, I think is where they're confused about. Iran is not. Iran is very much losing. Especially now that places like India and Pakistan and UAE and Syria and everybody else is kind of looking at him like, hey, why do you assholes keep bombing us even though we're not part of the war? And I know it's a skirmish, it's not really a war, right? But whatever. Spank, how close were you with Lacey? Spank, what did you do? Well, right. If we really wanted to be sons of bitches about it, we could level Iran in a day, right? We could do some of the worst things possible to another human being, war-wise, if we really wanted to, right? Hooper over there calling the shots. With Stedman. The amount of stuff we could do and the amount of weapons we have in our arsenal that we're not using, do you really think that we don't have some horrible crap that's just sitting around? Like, I know we're not supposed to have it, but I assure you, I bet you we do. White phosphorus weapons? Probably. Chemical weapons? Yep. Viral? Probably. Like, I feel like there's somewhere in the United States, in some bunker somewhere, that says, in case of emergency, open, right? Ready to go. Just in case. People are saying we're moving troops into Iran right now, but I don't believe that is currently true. I believe we have troops showing up around the area. You know, behind the bases and getting troops stationed. I don't know if we've actually put boots on the ground in Iran or we're going to anytime soon. We kind of want Israel to do that. Kaboom? I am waiting for the earth-shattering kaboom. We need example of said banned weapons for reasons? Yes, exactly. And they're just sitting there, right? Just 'cause. Yeah, they're around it, but not on the ground. Like, they're around the bases, supporting, getting weapons in place. And there's probably some good old grunt shit kickers that are getting ready to go in too, just in case. But as far as I know, we have sent nobody in yet. Oh, lovely fireworks! It's for the Patriot, right? When they blow up the boats in the harbor. Oh, fireworks, how lovely. Dude's dense ass wife watching a bunch of British soldiers get killed on the ships. My favorite moment is when he has the hatchet and like he runs out there and just, you know, starts hacking up the dudes with the hatchet. I'm like, oh yeah, there you go. That's the way to do it. Especially breaks the one dude's cavalry sword and it just sticks him in the head. Yeah, the boy. People are trying to say the U.S. and Israel were bombing hospitals, schools, residential buildings, and Marhabed International Airport in Tehran, having failed to regime change Iran. We have not bombed any hospital. We have not bombed any schools or residential buildings. Everything we hit has been everything we've hit has been military targets. Increasing reports and speculation against the Iranian regime suggests that Moljambi Khamenei may no longer be alive, while rival factions within Tehran appear to be turning against one another in a bitter power struggle. Iran is entering a period that is likely to be marked by profound turbulence and instability. People are pointing out to news agencies that we've been doing this for 4 months, not one boot on the ground. Everything we've been doing is aerial strikes, and that the only thing we've had is a few planes that have gone down, but not due to the enemy, right? People are pointing out that during the Iran-Iraq war that U.S. troops were possibly subjected to dirty bombs and chemical weapons, saying that we have no idea what they may do if we start putting people on the ground too soon without getting rid of some of the long-range ballistics that they currently have at their disposal. People were saying that they were thinking that the daughters of the last Ayatollah were going to be the new leader of Iran. There is actually groups out there like Code Pink saying that Iran was about to have a world leader, a woman world leader, and it was going to change the whole area. Well, people unfortunately, I guess not unfortunately, but broke their dreams telling them that would never be a possibility. For the country would never allow a woman to be in charge. You know, I bet you we had a few troops coming back with the dirty crotch. Let's go see. I'm curious about that. How many people in Iraq or Afghanistan soldiers came back with STDs? Which one of you was a dirty bastard? And which ones do you think were the worst? Out of all the military branches, who do you think is the one that got the worst STDs? Oh, if she was, if the Ayatollah's daughter, they're gonna light the goddamn park on fire. If the Ayatollah's daughter was an OnlyFans girl, that would be some weird serendipitous irony? Maybe irony is the plural one. In one review of medical encounters during Operation Iraqi Freedom, Operation Enduring Freedom, 44 soldiers, 2.5% of encounters in the sample were diagnosed with STDs. Common ones included genital herpes, condyloma accumulated genital warts from HPV, and chlamydia. What branch gets the most STDs? So I'll have to go watch Salty's video. I haven't watched Salty in a very long time because me and him usually are on at the same time. So I tend to miss his stuff, unfortunately. I have to go back and watch it. Oh, no! Oh, no. What are your votes? Which military branch has the highest amount of STDs? Put in your votes now. Here, I got some music while you're all voting. Oh, I need that to be longer. Where's the other one? No, we love all of our troops here. And, you know, we are very pro-American and troops here. This is just some harmless poking fun at people. Because we all know they would be doing the same damn thing. Oh, where the hell's the other one? Can't find it now. That's not it. I know this kind of fits.
I'm doing my part.
I'm doing my part.
The highest most common is the Army, then the Marines, then the Navy, followed by the Air Force. The Army is very high for gonorrhea, syphilis, HPV, and HSV. Followed by the Marines, who have a moderate amount of gonorrhea. Syphilis was low. Genital HPV was the lowest. And HSV was comparable through all the branches. But now, even though the Marines had the highest out of, you know, the second highest, the Navy had the most for syphilis. Oh, God. Here are the breakdowns for the most common STIs among active component service members. Rates at 100,000 per person a year. Rates at 100,000 persons to year. So in 1 year, 2,290 Army soldiers will have apparently gonorrhea. Chlamydia, though, is the number one that most get. And then syphilis. Go Army. Remember to pick up condoms just in case. It appears to be also younger people who are on leave is what it says. It's treatable, though. That is treatable. I'm not seeing anyone getting AIDS or anything, which is good. But apparently a lot of it is just they go off a base and find some random chick at a bar and, you know, next thing they know, they got the gonorrhea. I was expecting the Navy, too. I see, Troy. Backlink from Wire and News. I mean, I think there's a lot of ways of making sure you don't get the STDs. Hello there. People are saying it might have been a war started by developing nuclear weapons, but regardless of why it started, it's now a war for control over the Strait of Hormuz. People are saying this is not good for U.S. given the number of types of weapons Iran has against cargo ships. Not many right now. Not many. I made the higher tier. I didn't even realize. Well, there you go. I know YouTube upped all the tiers last month. Hey, thank you for becoming a member. Since you're here, I'll put up the link for other people. Since you reminded me to put it up. Our goal is to get it. Well, I didn't reset the bar, so I guess the goal is to fill it. I don't know. Our goal is to get enough for a pizza or a burrito bowl tonight. But it is my day off, but I still wanted to come on and do an update of what's going on with the war. Wait for them to open the door and send drones to the tunnel? I love that idea. You know, not only do I like that idea, but I think we should put some sort of warhead on it that travels with oxygen, like napalm. There's the donation link. Again, click on that. I also texted trappers to see if I can get them in here. Speaking of Navy people, apparently Glitch went and just bought a 4-door Dodge Charger for like, this is off the subject. I'm taking a little break really quick. Talk about our community, people. What did he get? He got a, I don't know what year it is. He didn't give me the Carfax on it, so I got no idea. But he has 174,000 miles on it. Got a 2.7 V6 and 28. You got it for $2,800. I told him just to make sure to go through it, and you know, he said it runs fine. He hasn't checked anything, but I told him to go throw the scanner on it and do a go get a good scanner. So on most modern vehicles, you can actually get deeper into the computer, which holds a bunch of info that the dealers use, and the any other, you know, Tech mechanic doesn't know what the hell they're doing plugs into. And you could see, like, if the transmission was, you know, revved up to, you know, 90,000 RPMs or something, you know, crazy, or 3 million RPMs, or where the hell it's going to be. And then done, like, neutral drops, or if somebody was, like, it will even tell you how long the brake was held while somebody was pressing on the gas. So, if he was able to get it for $2,800, and even though it's almost got 200,000 miles on it, I think as long as the computer comes out and says, like, yeah, nobody's done anything stupid, because apparently it was an enterprise rental car before he got it. So tell them, like, hey, keep an eye on just that, man, because you don't know what you're going to see once you get into the computer, and getting into the computer of any modern vehicle and reading it. So I have like Ford Scan on a laptop. I just slam into the OB2. Yeah, okay. Now you know where I'm getting that flathead, yes. So, somebody's on the right page as me. You slap in the OBD2 in there and pop it up. You can scan deep into the computer and see what the hell's going on. I did that with my truck and noticed the guy did like 2 times you could tell he towed. Like something decently heavy, but not too heavy for the truck. Because it's an F-150 with a tow package, and not like the little tow package, but like right before you get to the dually tow package. I'd get an old cop car before I do a rental. I mean, you got it for $3,000, which for the vehicle looks pretty nice. So I hope he didn't think I was discouraging him, because that's the exact opposite I was trying to do. It was more of like, hey, I'm trying to be a buddy and make sure everything's kosher. You know what I mean? I wish I could put a code reader on my car. My codes are all red LED. What the hell do you have? My codes are red LED and green LED. Red is 1s and green is 10s. What the hell? Give it to you in binary? So in Ford Scan, Spank, you can actually change everything. I did that for the Explorer. That's why the damn thing runs so good. 1987 300ZX. Oh, okay. I see why. I got you. Yeah, if it's driven by the old granny back and forth, that'd be great. Those NASCAR guys for rental cars. Yeah, I'm just thinking you're going to get somebody in there who's doing neutral drops and like smoking the tires. I had fun with my friend's expensive BMW making him think the tires were effed. Oh, I have an RF tool that can transmit and receive, so I'm spoofing TPF's valves. That's nice of you. Dick move. Funny, but dick move. Something I would do. I would do it too. The hell? That was weird. Bez, thank you very much for the $25, brother. That helps amazingly, good sir. You're keeping me kind of able to pay my bills out of the poorhouse. So I appreciate it. Guys, don't let Bez be the only one. If you guys can do Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, brought me a coffee tonight, that'd be amazing. You want to say I can remote unlock it? So mine, which kind of freaks me out, my car is actually connected to my phone, so I can start it, unlock it, lock it. I think I can do some other hinky shit with it too, but like I have the app and I was like, what the shit? Almost for $250. Ugh, I miss those days. There was days I remember putting in like $3,000 one time as donation. I almost had a goddamn heart attack.
This has just tipped $25. Hope this helps.
Well, what's really nice, it does help. Thank you very much, Beth, for the $25 dues. Bring us 65 since I didn't do it last night. There you go. I like tech too. The other thing I really like is when I got the truck, one of the sensors died. Like within a day of me getting it. I was like, what the shit? And my phone, it was sent to my phone exactly what sensor it was, and then had a link how to change it if I needed to. I was like, what? Or how to bypass if needed. And I was like, well, that's pretty badass. I'm not gonna hate that, man. So what I did is I called up the dealership I got it from. I was like, hey guys, what the hell? I just got this. They're like, oh, bring it back. We'll put a new one in for free. I was like, oh, sweet. Thanks, guys. So they're like, you told us exactly what it was. So it was just, we ordered the part, you brought it in, we got it done for free. I was like, awesome. So yeah, I thought it was great. So I also like the idea of getting a warning or telling me what the hell is going on before it happens, or like I got to go change the oil, but it's like 90 something here and my back does not like me laying underneath the truck. Guys on Neutral Drop Chan are based in New York. They take the buy cars with rusted frames that still run, then they neutral drop them. So those guys do that, Spank, but then there's just assholes that are out there that'll get rentals and do it. That's one of the reasons why I was really worried about Glitch getting it. And Glitch isn't a dumb guy. He knows what to look for, but as a friend, I'm like, oh, I guess I'm more like his pasture because of my show. Isn't that right, my children? But as his, as a buddy of his, I'm like, hey, just make sure this is cool, bro. Because I want to make sure his car is okay since he just got it and he was very happy about it. Though I told him to give me pictures of the inside and the bastard didn't. So, off topic, you love your new 3D printer. They tell you when you're needing lube, cleaning parts, replace, etc. My brother has one that looks like it's almost like it's a machine gun because it's got these big ol' like round filament holders that also keep, I guess, the filament dry. And I think his is the same thing. I looked into, I know I'm getting off the subject here, but it's my show. I can talk about what I want. But the AMS filament system, yeah, it's pretty cool looking. Because I'm looking like, you know, if I was to get something like that, what would I get? And I've decided that if it was up to me, I think I would get a small CNC that has a 15 by 15 table. So 15 by 15 by 15. So it goes up 15 inches, right and left 15, and then forward and back 15. And then play with that. I don't know what his is. He comes, so Strawman that comes in here, that's my younger brother. You get one of those car rotisserie restoration machines. Buy for a truck. Hold on. Did you say rotisserie? Buy one of those car rotisserie restoration machines. What in the hell is that? He actually made me the, I have a figure of the girl from Pragmata. on my desk. She's all red because it's from this 3D printer, but did a nice job. Yeah, so you can flip the entire car over. What the shit? Oh, okay. So, Froggy, you have to drive this thing in there, and then it, like, spins it around? Car rotisserie. Can I put a torch on it and some coals? What in the shit? How... Jegs has one. What in the hell is this thing? Oh, no, I'm sorry. That's... No, it is. Well, that's for automotive rotisserie. What the shit? Hold on. I'm learning something new. So you put the whole frame on there. So you unbolt it from the frame and throw it on there and you go to town? You have to put an apple in the grill first, yes. Then you can spin it around. But man, yeah, for bodywork and stuff, this would be great. For painting? Oh man, especially if you're trying to get underneath the paint, underneath the vehicle, that'd be great. Though I don't know if I'd want to put the whole truck in there with the transmission and everything. I think at that point I'd just buy blocks, I'd just drive the truck up on two. That thing's pretty badass. Do they make ones for like the vehicle? Oh, they do. They make ones for the vehicle fully intact. Holy poop. That is nuts. That is nuts. How much do you think one cost? Well, okay, so for just the body ones, you can get them for $1,000. Again, Jex has one for only 1,000. But I think that's it. You got to strip the body free. God. Oh, Jesus, Flathead. You know, there's certain things I'm happy people do not super chat. I think that might be one of them. So $1,000 ain't bad. 3,000 pound. I mean, and like a frame of a car is not that heavy, right? Once you get rid of the undercarriage, you get rid of the tires, transmission, the engine, the seats, whatever else, they get pretty light. Like, not super light. I'm not saying it's, you know, depends on the car. I guess you could be super light is if, because I know, like, with the Volkswagen Bug, I remember moving those frames, just two of us, and some Porsches. I remember moving those. What do you mean that's why my back's effed up now? What's going on, Wayward Son? We're talking about cars and watching stuff get blown up. We're being men. We're talking about cars and guns and explosions. Manly men. Yeah, I've seen dipping too, acid etching, etc. So you could do, so for, if, like, for when they do the auto body stuff and they're doing the painting, that's just a big ass warehouse with heaters in it. Well, not a big warehouse, but you know, enough to drive the car in. So if you're going to do the same thing, right? So you got this car rotisserie, you strip it all away, you throw it on there. You do your painting, then you just turn the heaters on, and if you're not worried about speed, just let it go overnight. Let it cure. Yeah, you can get inflatable spray booths, yeah. We actually, for a machine we worked on, we had to do one of those. It was for sandblasting, though, not for, it was not for a car, but I mean, this is a giant coin press, so it weighs more than a car. But we had to be able to drive in there with a forklift and go to town with the bodysuit on with the oxygen that went on the outside. Oh, that sucked. The way the vacuum for media collecting. Felt like the Michelin Man out there. Yeah, my brother had a bug. He eventually got rid of it because he didn't really have the money to keep pouring into it, and I think he gave it to. I'm gonna mess this up. I think he gave it to a restoration guy, who was like been looking for one. So it went to a good home, thankfully. 65 CJ, 5 of them supposed to be restoring. That sounds pretty fun. But you said supposed to be. It's sitting, isn't it? Don't lie to us. You could be honest. That's why I got rid of my Ram. Since you're new here, I had a Ram 1500 Eco Diesel from 2017. That is by far the worst vehicle I have ever owned in my life. And I owned a Dodge Power Wagon for 1970s. That was an awesome truck. This thing though, oh God, I'm happy I moved to my F-150. Because if you're disappointed, I have news for you. How would you feel about a laser CNC tool? Can cut quarters-inch ply. So I've used them. I use CNC laser cutters, water jets, multiple axis machines. You gonna send me one? When you get that other email you're gonna send me, I'll put the instructions. You can send me that too. Have a 10-watt laser CNC piece here. I can't find a home for. I would take it, but it might cost you more to send it to me than if we just bought it in the States. Have a mini bike or two. Guns fell off dirt bike. Been looking for them. Uh-oh. Otherwise, I would totally set it up in my garage. But I think I have a crazy ass idea of building another garage in the back and then turning the current garage into more bedrooms, because that will up the value of the house, I believe. People are moving away from garages, I've noticed, which is weird. Like, I need a garage. I got too many goddamn tools and shit. I have an 06 5.9 Cummins Mega Cab. Ooh. Is the Mega Cab I think mine was a Mega Cab also. Has the full back seat into it. A little bit of room behind it. Also, Bez, if I build the workshop the way I want, I could put more tools back there. Have better drops. 6-inch lift riding on 37s, 22-inch rims. I think I'm going to, with my F-150, I want to put 38s on them. And I think if I do it's just a short 2 to 3-inch lift, I'll be fine. Because I want to get the center of the truck up higher. Because the one thing I hate is when I'm driving down the road and I see all these idiots with lifted trucks, but the same size tires. I'm like, what the hell are you doing? Like, what is the point of you lifting it? I want to look over everybody. Yeah, but you're trying to get the axles the hell out of the way. What are you doing? You know, fixing shit isn't hard if you're mechanically inclined, but for some people who aren't, it's like speaking Chinese to them, and they have no idea. Part of me was thinking about, for extra money, I should do exactly that, is start just repairing shit and charging people. But then I have to do the one thing I hate, is that people come into my house. My house is my sanctuary. Last year's I spent $1,200. Jesus Christ. Well, if you ever want to donate to a channel, I could use the money because this is my day job. Because I'm disabled. I have degenerative disc disease in my back, so I can't really do much these days. But I try. Mega Cab can hold 400 pounds of cat lady in back seat. That it can, yes. Did you know that Ford made a front seat at one time that you would pull the back seat down flat, and then the front seats would like merge into it, And you could have an entire bed back there. I think they called it a sleeper cab. And I want to say it was like one of those weird things in the mid 2000s, like early 2000s. I think it was Ford. I'm trying to find it right now. Me and my older brother were talking about it. So my younger brother does like all 3D printing stuff. My older brother is the one I go out and do like four-wheeling shit with, and we go out shooting stuff like that. Have I ever seen an Aussie panel van? I got a story for you, Bess. There used to be this Australian guy that came in here who was a giant jerk. He's just an asshole. Anyways, I think he was the shop boy of a panel van customization service. And so he used to show me a couple of them. Yeah, he was a giant penis. I'm looking for that truck right now, but let me go ask the robot. The robot's usually better at finding stuff better than Google. 4-door truck that front and back seat turned into a bed. Let me go see if I can find it. I don't want to, God damn it. Oh, what was that, Alex? Just shoot me a link, brother, and then I'll look for it. Oh, apparently they had a couple of them that did it. So it was the fold flat. Apparently, there's a Dodge that did it too. Oh, you did? Oh, I'm sorry. Let me go look. I see it. My mistake. U.S. Marshal Service confirmed that Deputy U.S. Marshal was shot and killed today while serving an arrest warrant on a fugitive in Alexandria, Louisiana. I almost said Los Angeles. The suspect is now in custody. Rapids Parish Sheriff's Office and FBI are investigating. Well, that sucks. Man, serving warrants is dangerous, bro. Like, now I'm on a hunt to find this damn thing. So this is one of them. It's not exactly what I'm looking for, but it's very close. It was the same kind of idea, but with a bench instead of the single seats. So they folded all the way flat and gave you back support. Oh my God, you know, I think my truck will actually do this. Now I'm thinking about it. Let's go check. Where do you sleep when you go on trips? The front seats. I just lay back. You know, I might have to go check mine because mine might do this. Because shit, if I just did that and throw some underneath my legs, hell, I'll be happy as a clam. You know what I mean? Like, you have everything. It's supporting you. It's probably better than any air mattress you could throw in there. Yeah, I could lay across the back seat of mine just fine. That's the other idea. You just, well, I've been going with my wife, right? Like, she needs place too. Let me see if they have the bench one, because that's what I was really looking for. I don't know. Maybe it was a pipe dream, and now I don't remember. We got a boat? No, we didn't get a boat. Iran got a boat. Iran got 4 boats that they hit. Hey, make sure you go to Westside Power Sports and CNews.com. If you guys haven't already went to Westside Power Sports and CNews.com, now is the time to go do it. How you going, brother? I haven't seen you in forever, dude. Where have you been? It's summer. You're supposed to come in here and get all the shekels, bro. And then you give me the shekels, too. I live in the middle of the country. I land animal. Oh, no. I think last time we chatted, we were talking about building a generator. I finally went and got a generator for the house, by the way. Yep, it's busy season. Well, that's good, though. Good. Busy season is good work, right? There's Westside Power Sports and CDs. If you guys are in that area and you're looking for parts, there you go. Yep, that's a summer kickback. Trappers right now, we're trying to get, I don't know, maybe I can get you guys in Trappers or Flavor or one of the other sponsors to work together to do something. I don't know. I don't know what. Something. Nice, moving up in the world. Yeah, I went and bought a Champion. I had to use it last year. Jesus, I haven't seen you since last year. Anyways, my stupid ass forgot to go buy the 220 drops for it, so I was just plugging along 110 extensions. I was like, well, this sucks. Like, oh well. No, not a Honda. I got a big boy. Because I want to make sure I can run the freezers, the fridge, the oven, and any other random shit I want. And if I need a second one, I can plug into the F-150 too, if I need to. What? Jesus Christ! West Side coming in hot. Thank you very much for the 20 copies. This is why I need to have more sponsors. You're welcome. You're very welcome for the news, buddy.
Westside Power Sports Sea-Doo Parts has just tipped $100. West's 5 coming in hot.
Thank you very much for the wonderful $100 redos. Killing our bar, which is awesome, brother. You need to be around more often, not just for the money, but I haven't talked to you in forever. We'll talk about more news, I promise. I promise. We'll bring up more news. I've already been talking about the news for an hour and a half, so I wanted to something else. Got a little 2-stroke generator called the Gator from Harbor Freight. To be honest, those little Honda Freight generators aren't bad. Even their tools aren't bad. Now, I picked up a bunch of their Peterbilt tools, which was good. Grabbed a bunch of those. So, especially since I was missing not the 10 millimeter, I have multiple 10 millimeters, but I was missing like a 12 and like a 14. And then, and like a 9/16. And I was like, what the shit? What the hell happened on my sockets? So, your brother place is all set up with solar and generator. His place got hit by a storm that took out the power, but I was in the shop AC working on fireworks. Holy shit. It was in the shop and the AC working on fireworks on the 4th. Did it blow anything out when the lightning hit? Because if you don't dissipate the power, it's going to destroy the batteries, right? So, especially in somewhere with lightning, which reminds me, like when I start putting the infrastructure of mine in, I need to put a lightning rod and a battery stuff in there. Like, apparently the Argentinian peso has collapsed. $1 equals 1,482 Argentinian pesos. Oh God, people are buying bread now over there with wheelbarrows full of money. No, it hit the power lines. Okay, so the house is working just fine. That's good to know. And the AC was working, and in the AC working on fireworks. Oh. Power light got taken out by a tree. Not the worst thing. Ours was, every once in a while we get some stupid ass that hits a pole when it snows. We're just sitting there, all of a sudden the lights go out, and we're like, oh shit. Or lightning. I've seen, when I first moved here, one of them hit a transformer and blew it up. I don't know. Let's go see why the Argentinian peso has gotten into the pooper. Thank you, Alex, for the update. Let's go see. I kind of, if I had more money during the holidays, so I went to my folks for 4th of July down in California, which was nice because I don't get to see them very often because it's a 6-hour drive and they're older. They're like 75 and 85. And so I don't really like them driving up here to see me because I get worried about them driving, especially since my dad drives by Braille these days. Which I wish I was kidding, but that's what he says. So we went down there and my sisters hung out, watched some Cali fireworks, which were fine because people out there blowing off mortars all over the place. Let's see. The Argentina peso has been in a long-term decline. It's not a sudden new collapse. As of July 2026, it's controlled ongoing depreciation. Peso has weakened about 3.7% in the past month and 17.7% over the last 12 months. So were you guys blowing off mortars or what? Like, where you guys were at? I wanted to, like, if I had the money, I would love to go out to Trappers one year for 4th of July. Because they're a level 7 armory. They are legally allowed to have explosives. So I'm just thinking on 4th of July, they might do something nuts. We'll have the Trapper Outdoors Festival area. We'll invite people in. Arkansas is kind of close middle of the country-ish. Pedro's weakened about 3.7% in the past few months, 17.7% over the past 12. Recently hit its lowest point and expected to go down lower. Wasn't there also moving to like Bitcoin too in Argentina? Don't let me be broken, Argentina. But Jakarta's west side, we're talking about vehicles. Oh, I was about to put on a Denver protest, but that just died, so never mind. Yeah, so I wouldn't mind going out there and filming and blowing stuff up. Remember, just don't blow up a lawnmower. You guys know about the lawnmower story in the Tannerite? Got all the automation equipment. Collected red, white, and blue ones the last 3 years. We took about 3K wholesale. Would have been 7K. Holy shit. So you made all your own? Oh, so the automated... Okay, I'm sorry. I think I misread. Do you have the automated equipment to make the fireworks or the ones that set them off? Because the setting them off ones, I kind of know how to do that. Making them, I don't know how to do, but I do know how to set up the system. So we used to use that for concerts, for the pyrotechnics. Set them off. Yeah. So okay. Is it the multi-pin with the pickle, or is it the big switchboard? Apparently, tanker that was hit in Iran last week is about to be in action hauling oil again. Well, that's good. There was 4 hit today, Honda. So if the 4 that were hit today were 2 UAEs and then 2 Iranian or 2 Indian ones that were hit today. Though, I don't know, I see conflicting reports. One saying there's only 2 and it was Indian, and everyone saying it's UAE. So I don't know. So at least 2 to 4 were hit today. Killed a couple people. Some people are missing. America is currently bombing the living shit out of them. Let's go see. Let's go see. So like when we did the set them off, we would, you'd get the launcher set up, you would ground them out, you put the thing in, and then we had a control panel that was timed. Oh, so it's one, okay, it's fits a box that takes 36 Qs. I have 6 boxes, so I had over 200 Qs. Whew. That's pretty cool. The one we had, again, I'm not a pyrotechnics guy. My stuff's all audio, lighting, video, and rigging. But when we did bring these guys in, I was always like, let me see how that works. They had like a digital console, which the guy says scares the shit out of him. He says because if the console crashes, he's scared it's going to launch everything at once. I was like, well, that's goddamn terrifying. The RGC said several weapons logistics depots, a satellite communications center, and the U.S. Forces residential building in Bahrain were targeted, but of course nothing hit. Again, it's the third night of constant strikes. We're going in, I think, all day today. I think we should keep bombing them until there's nothing left. So what did you do? You just set up all the switch boxes on a table, run all the lines, and... Yeah, the Cobra, I think the Cobra's one that they were using. But again, I don't want to do that stuff. They were like, do you want to go to school for pyrotechnics? I was like, no. The thought of being lit on fire by accident scares me. I saw what happened to James Hetfield. That was enough. Actually, I have a pyro guy who's a friend of mine. Well, he's an apprentice of mine. Yeah, it was totally the Cobra thing. I just looked it up. That was totally what they were using. So he does pyrotechnics down in Alabama. So if you're ever looking for stuff, I might be able to, I don't know, hook you up. Just in, U.S. completes 5-hour mission strikes against targets across Iran, include Bashir, Kahik, Bahir, Jask, Konrik, Abu Musa, and the Banadir Abyss. Yeah, so we hit those areas in the place that we're hitting our drone component factories, holding facilities, military boats, weapon storage, some water pumps we're hitting, bridges, train yards, airfields. What else are we hitting? I feel like I'm forgetting some. Have you seen the cold fireworks? Those are pretty cool. I wouldn't mind dealing with those, but again, I'm really scared about looking like a Toxic Avenger if one of those things goes off on my face. Tampa, Florida, U.S. Central Command completed the latest wave of strikes against the Iranians at 10:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. During the 5-hour mission, U.S. Central Forces hit everything that Honda just put in. Commercial shipping. Degrading Iran's ability to do commercial shipping and also harbors. SECOM forces employed precision munitions against Iran, coastal defense systems, missile and drone sites, and maritime capabilities. More than 50,000 U.S. service members are currently deployed across the Middle East as part of support for these missions. Yeah, and the flame shooters. Yeah, and then they also have now they're putting liquid nitrogen. It's liquid nitrogen, oxygen, and I think there's some other chemical there so it doesn't get too cold. But it has that really cool look to it as it comes out. I just know one of them, they told me I was working about, make sure my nuts don't get too close to it. I was like, well, you don't gotta tell me twice. Apparently, James Franco is dropping alien footage. Which I think is all just him screwing around. I have the image in my head you reclining one of those chairs piloting your spaceship. That would be cool, Bez. Sorry I missed your comment, Bez. Started talking about news again and other stuff. Got sidetracked. So when we were talking about earlier, when you first came in, yeah, everybody, we're talking about different ways of camping, and that if you can get like a full-size truck for the seats to lay back and sleep would be badass. So I think I might go do that maybe tonight or tomorrow. I'm going to see how flat I could get those seats. Because I could do that and throw the thing underneath my ankles and just kind of sleep back there or in the side of the seats with the sleeping bag. That'd be great. You sleep in there, you got AC if you want to just turn it on. You got windows. I got a sunroof. That's going to block out all the windows so I don't wake up feeling like a baked potato. Oh no, everyone stop chatting. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. My grand Miracast has all the room for activities. Oh, that would be nice. If I could get a camper shell, that'd be nice. What I need to find is a sponsor who has a big hookup on extruded aluminum. That's what I need. I need a shit ton of it. Don't use tinfoil blinks if you want to feel like a potato. I mean, I'm just saying like something to block out the windows, right? Like the front's easy, you just throw the front shade up. And the sides, I could just get something to hang down like curtains around the sides and the back. But I need to get a freaking camper shell though, because the nice thing is when you get the camper shell, you throw your shit in the back. You don't have to worry. Put the gun in the window. Because I was watching people do the different ACs for their campers, right? I was kind of looking at that and thinking to myself, like, why in the hell, right? Why in the hell are you guys doing like these window ACs and not just get portable ones, right? What's up, Sterling? And not just get portable ACs that plug into a 110, especially since a lot of the vehicles have, a lot of them have inverters, and you get a really, really, really small one. It's thrown in there. You put the vent on the outside of the window, and to put the outside of the window, you just roll it down and roll it up with the thing in it, and done. I did. Seems like a strange thing. Strange thing to me. Because I feel like if you got a camper you build out, and then you take a window AC unit and just kind of slam it in there, it looks kind of like shit, right? But maybe it's a space thing? I don't know. Yeah, it's ghetto and I see it a lot. That's like the low rent look. I mean, again, it's... I wish I didn't see it as often as I did. They might be more efficient, but I just worry about the thing being hooked up on something, right? Yeah, the window ones, so, because I keep waiting to hear an explosion behind me. I'm thinking that, like, they take them, they slam them in there, and maybe they're 12 volt. But then they have the other ones where it looks like a mini split, and the guy's got the hose coming down, and they're hanging it off of their tire. Because my thing is, like, when I go camping, I don't want to pull a bunch of shit out, then put a bunch of shit back, and like hook up a bunch of random things. I want to go out there. I want to enjoy the outdoors. I want to go somewhere and sleep. Yeah, mini split. They put mini splits on them, and the condenser and everything is on the outside. We have a portable in the bedroom, which works great because, again, I don't really want to do anything in the window. I kind of worry about people breaking in the house. And then we have a portable or a window one we used to put out there that worked okay. We have another portable one now. That's part of camping. Yeah, exactly. I have a portable and that thing barely keeps the shop cold. Ended up buying a mini split. I mean, the mini splits aren't too bad. Especially they're not expensive anymore. You can get a mini split for only like $400. As long as it keeps just your ass cold. I feel like that might be better just because, especially like a camper, right? That's super tiny. Your portable, well, so my portable fills with water too, and then I have a hose that comes out to a bucket. I know it's ghetto as shit, but otherwise I'm just gonna drill a hole through the wall and plug it in and be done. You're talking about the same sib as Whiskey Dog Outdoors? Does he have a mini split or does he have a regular house AC that he shoved in the window? Yeah, exactly. Like I want to just bring the shit I need, do what I'm gonna do, and then just leave. Like, I don't need like a million goddamn comforts. Like last time I was out camping, I had a tent, a sleeping bag, and a cot, and I was pretty damn happy. And especially get like a nice shaded place, the temperature's gonna drop like a rock once night comes. And again, the portable unit might be just easier, is what I'm thinking. If you can eventually get it, or you can get it as a 12 volt. Yeah, I have firearms, I have my tools, I have clothes, I have ammo. Stuff to cook with. You know, nothing crazy. How much weight can a window hold? I don't know, it depends on the window. Depends who made it. Like, get one of those cheap-ass plastic ones, probably a couple hundred pounds. If you had like one of those nice old-school metal ones, probably hundreds of pounds. Easy. So the thing I like about my truck, speaking of older, you know, crap on my back, I have a tailgate. My tailgate folds down, and I hit a button, and steps come out of the tailgate down, and then a little handle comes out that you could grab onto to walk in and out of the bed. It is one of the most badass ideas I've ever seen on a truck tailgate. Need to get a new compressor. Unfortunately, my parts guy is retiring. I don't have the money for a new compressor and driver for a while. I'm looking through 35 to 400 for a Riemann. Have you looked at Rock Auto? Usually the price is pretty damn good. Look, Sterling, you can look at it, you know, terrible if you want, but I'm telling you, man, when you go to get in the bed of the truck, you don't want to climb up on the over it. Oh God, it's great. I remember going to the junkyard and going to go find parts. And I remember the last time I went to the junkyard, they wanted like almost the same price of ship for if it was new. And I was like, dude, these are junkyard pull parts. I went out there, I found the vehicle, I opened it myself, I grabbed it, like, they're like, oh no, I'm gonna charge you, you see I'm thinking, $50, I can go fuck yourself. $30, you can still go fuck yourself. $20, all right, there you go. Well, because I guess too, they have people who go through the junkyards now and they'll part everything else out themselves, then they'll sell on eBay, which to be honest is probably the better way of doing it. Again, I used to enjoy it too, but it costs too much. Like the only thing on the new trucks like is the steps. The one thing I don't like on my 2004s. I mean, I bet you could take the tailgate and swap it out. Yeah, yeah. Let me tell you about cheap part I got for you. Do not ask though where it came from. This part, greatest part you've ever seen. Best thing you've ever known. Used to sling all the parts on eBay a few years ago. Again, if you could get parts that no one else can get and you're willing to go through the junkyard and do the work. Yeah, I think that's why, like, you go on, let's say, I don't know, Amazon or something, you're going to look for some just replacement parts, right? You have Fram, Wix. I learned Wix makes Fram and one of the other ones. So, you know, you have the manufacturers making all the same shit. Hopefully it's not crap. Because I remember, like, for a while they're making some of the oil filters in, like, India, and they were, like, falling apart. Well, right, like, so if I'm going to buy, yeah, rockauto.com, that place is great if none of you have checked it out. I get parts from there all the time. Amazoli is the best shit for filters and oil. I got, in my garage, I have a Wix air filter, I have a Wix oil filter. I got it installed and I got all the oil. So, and the oil I got the restoration, clean and restoration Valvoline. So hopefully it's going to keep the engine going. Because I guess those engines will go for like another 300,000 miles on the F-150s as long as they weren't destroyed. Listen, Sterling, I'm poor. That's why I picked it up. Well, right. If you're willing to wait for the delivery, you know, a whopping day or two, right? All of a sudden you're getting shit for a hell of a lot cheaper. I'm looking right now. Where do you pick the stuff up from? Amsoil. Amsoil? Amsoil. Synthetic motor oil. Huh. Lubricants. Filters. Do you have to order it offline? Or let me rephrase it. Do other places carry it besides our own website? Yes, other places carry it, or yes, you can only get off their website. Oh, look for a local rep? All right. So I got all the stuff for this oil change. Once I get done with this one, then I'll start looking for that stuff. I bookmarked it. Fortunately, I already bought the other stuff, so I got to go install it. So, All right, folks, I think I'm going to call it an early night. It is my day off. I just want to stop by and say hello to everybody. Thank you very much for all the wonderful donations. If you guys want to donate, if we got the bar to 200, I would shit gold right now. Absolute gold. It's not cheap, but it's good shit. Well, it's probably why it's not cheap, because it's good. Again, I'm doing the valvoline restoration to kind of clean out the engine because I don't know what the hell other people put into it. So... anyways, you want to see me shit gold, now's a good time to donate. Beyond that, I'm going to call it a night, folks. Make sure you go to East Side Power, West Side Power Sports and Sea-Doos. One of our amazing sponsor that just dropped a hundo for the night. No, I believe you, Sterling. I think it's a good idea, buddy. Yeah, again, I'm trying to go back and see what the hell's up with the engine, and then I'll start moving stuff over. You have a good night, everyone. Take it easy. Sweet dreams. Take care. And I will see you probably tomorrow for another war update about what's going on. You'll have a very good night. If you have work tomorrow, make sure you have a good night's sleep before you go to work. Night, night, everybody, and take care. Bye-bye. They have really good fuel cleaners, too? Oh, shit. That might be a good idea, too. I might go look them and pick up some additive then if I could throw in the tank to clear out my clear out the injectors and stuff. That would also be good. Because I know I'm still going on and I'm supposed to be ending the show. I know I need to go and clean out or replace the injectors probably soon. So anyways, you have a good night, everyone. Take care. It's in a red bottle. All right, cool. I'll see about all bookmarker right now. All right. You have a good night. Take care. I love you all. Thanks for being there. And I will